today I want to talk about why you should stop worrying about what other people are thinking of you. The tendency to judge yourself through other people's eyes is making you less resilient, less effective as a human being, and is increasing your chances of burnout. So today, I want to look at what's happening in your brain when you're doing it and what you should be doing instead to lead a happier, healthier, more fulfilling life. Hey, my name is Henrike Schmidt. I am the Whole Brain Coach, and I produce videos here on YouTube about neuro coaching and science-based strategies for everyday life. So before I go into this topic, know that the tendency to rehash already concluded conversations with somebody else and judging yourself through the eyes of somebody else is really, really common. So you're not a freak, you're not weird, it's not something that needs to go on your list of things that you're doing wrong, okay? This is just something that we tend to do because connection with other human beings is so important to us. But if this is really putting a damper on your life, if this is keeping you stuck, if this is making you miserable, that's when we want to look at how we can do things differently, right? So the first problem that is leading us into this trap is that our brains are 5 times more sensitive to negative stimuli than they are to positive stimuli. And that has its good reasons, because it's more important to spot the mortal danger than it is to enjoy the lovely food right now. But in modern day life, this means that we're more likely to overlook our own moments of eloquency and fascination where we have great interactions with people in favor of those where we thought he was suddenly creasing his brow, or he was frowning at me. I must have said something wrong. I must have done something wrong. So that's just your brain being your brain. So basically what this is a habit. It formed over time and with repetition. And it is sticky because it is energy efficient. But the good news is any habit can be changed for something else. So here are the 3 steps of how to change your habit of worrying about what other people think of you. Step 1 is shift your perception. Here's the thing. You worrying about what other people are thinking of you is totally irrelevant, because guess what? They're not. You're simply not that important to them, because in all likelihood, they're thinking about what you're thinking about them. We're just going to accept that maybe we're not that important to the other person. And if that sounds horrible, then maybe just accept that those minute details that you're worrying about aren't that important to the other person. They couldn't care less what color your lipstick is. They don't know that you have a bad hair day. They think you look lovely. In step 2, I want you to simply notice the moment when you start worrying about what the other person is thinking of you. Because by making aware this thought pattern, this thinking pattern, you're increasing your chances of actually changing it. Step 3 is the secret weapon when it comes to getting rid of the habit of worrying about what other people think of us. And that is to shift your focus back onto them and ask yourself, what does this person need from me right now to feel seen, heard, understood, and maybe even soothed? Because that way of thinking is recruiting a whole different set of neurons in your brain, and it's going to activate your reward system. It's going to give you a little dopamine hit. And when you feel that you've made a connection with this person, that's going to release oxytocin. So they're all feel-good chemicals in your brain. So if worrying about what others are thinking of you is your problem, there's your solution. And if your problem has more to do with not being able to show up as your authentic self and not saying what you think and biting your tongue all the time, then this is the video you need to watch now.